Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode number 3 of Reacting to Your Military Memes. Now, you sent these in on our Discord. If you want to get involved, be sure to check the link in the description to join that Discord. Love to have you over there. Let's jump into it. All right, ladies and gents, this first meme is sent in from Minish Cap. Let's check it out. I don't know if I can use any of this audio. Oh my gosh, dude. It's talking about the Gulf War. So the thing with the Gulf War is it's actually fascinating. We still use this as a prime example of what a really decisive victory looks like. It's honestly unbelievable how well it was executed and how well the entire constriction of all the Iraqi forces and where they were, our entire force and the coalition forces being able to just completely come in and constrict them and just destroy anything that was in its path is unbelievable. Taking a look, let's go back a little bit and read some of these. 25,000 to 50,000 killed, 75,000 plus wounded, 80,000 captured, 3,300 tanks destroyed, 2,100 APCs destroyed, our armored personnel carriers, 2,200 artillery pieces destroyed, 110 aircraft destroyed, 137 aircraft escaped to Iran, 19 ships sunk, and 6 damaged. Oh my goodness. Operational plan dubbed Operation Desert Storm to be based on overwhelming force. Yeah, so they had a huge tank push as well as a lot of air superiority. They had a lot of helicopters that came in and a lot of air assets that were able to be used and utilized properly to make this thing happen. Also, what's fascinating is if you take a look and you investigate this or research this war, what's unbelievable is the campaign they did prior to. They had an entire military intelligence unit focusing on faking out the Iraqis and thinking that we were going to come by water on their east side when we had a complete overwhelming force on the west side. So they massed a lot of people on the east side watching the water, and we had news broadcasts that were faking them out, making them think, oh, this is where they're planning, this is where they're preparing to go. And we ended up completely faking them out and took them over on the west, south, and northwest side, just a complete constriction of their entire area. Fascinating stuff. Definitely look into it if you don't know much about it, but it is a perfect prime example of what a good operational planning and execution looks like, and we still look at it to this day. Next one's from Elric. During World War II, the Germans built a fake wooden aircraft with wooden aircraft vehicles and hangars in order to trick the Allies. The RAF, that's the Royal Air Force, Britain, having known of this secret project for months, patiently waited for them to finish and then dropped a single fake wooden bomb on it. Talk about trolling to the max level. Can you imagine being a German soldier and all of a sudden you just see this wooden bomb? Like, you think it's an actual bomb being dropped, and then you see it and you're like, we spent months working on this and they already knew it was fake. Oh, that would be so frustrating. This was a common tactic, actually, though. This is a complete real tactic that they used. So one of the most well-known diversion tactics that the Allies used against the Germans was during preparation for the Normandy invasion for D-Day. They had a bunch of inflatables and very large speaker systems to make it sound like there was a giant mass of forces in a certain area, and inflatables to make it look like they had tanks, boats, airplanes, you name it, getting ready and prepared to land in a different area than what the Germans had thought. And that is a big reason why the Allies didn't get absolutely demolished on their beach landings when they landed on D-Day, was because they had faked the Germans out quite a bit with these inflatables and things. So this is nothing new as far as what it is, but the response to it is freaking hilarious. The fact that you have them, fake stuff, being like, yeah, we already knew. All right, try again. Try again, Germany. The next one's in from Elric as well. USS Gerald R. Ford, second full ship shock trials. B7, miss. I love it. That's a perfect meme. All right, this one's sent in from Seaback. There is one 4th of July that always sticks out to me. 1997. That's the year my stepdad pulled me aside from the fireworks show to reveal he bought a grenade. He tossed it off a cliff and he and I saw it. I started calling him Dad. The man earned it. That was a dark year for me. Me and my dad were at the Grand Canyon for the 4th of July, and then I don't know where he just blew up right beside it. If this is true, how did they get their hands on a grenade? You know what? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. Oh no. I think it's a Marine. So this is a punishment. There are times that you'll see people that will be mopping up rain. They'll tell you to go mop up rain. If you screw up really bad, this is a punishment. They go mop the rain. And it's downpouring, so that's when you really start to contemplate, what did I do? Why did I join the military again? Was this the right choice? Should I have done this? I don't think I should have joined. Oh, that I feel for that guy. I never had to do that. Never had to mop in the rain, but I did have to mop a lot in training, just on floors. All right, these next couple look like they're all from back 1945, 2009. Dude, nothing changes. I'm telling you, this stuff happens still to this day, to 2021. They should add a new one, 2021, because it's definitely a thing. Yep, see? These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How did they fit 12 people? Dude, there's no way that those ones aren't connected. They have got to be connected there. If they're not, yeah, there's no way. There's no such a thing as a Harry Potter bathroom where you can just shove a bunch of people in one bathroom like that. It's got to be connected, but kudos to them for being able to fit in there crammed up. I like that. Oh no. Oh, was that a fridge he hit his face on? Oh. I will say this, when I was in basic training, we had these buffers that we were allowed to use. We had to use them actually to make sure that the floor was properly waxed and it looked nice for when our drill sergeants would come in. Now here's the funny part. Only one platoon had it. So if one person broke it, which ended up breaking, use our hands and hand wax the floor, which isn't nearly as good as this thing. But we ended up getting a new one from a different company and we were able to properly use it. But dude, the amount of shenanigans we got up to with that thing is not even funny. We didn't do anything like this because I think we were all afraid of breaking it, but I'm talking stupid stuff like hitting people with it, like getting really close to each other, smacking each other. Like it was stupid, you know? A monster can? Well, whatever, Fluffy Maples 27. Kudos to you, man. Putting a monster can on the tip of that freaking round inside of it. Looked like an Abrams if I had to guess. Next one is going to be from Elric.
Drop my spatula.
Me too. Yes.
At least I'm safe inside my mind.
At least I'm safe inside my mind.
Stop copying me!
There's no award for that!
Well, I guess it's safe to go in now.
Oh my, I don't know what to say. That's just a fantastic, it's a great meme. It's funny because one of the things that you will see if you know much about the United States military, it's the fact that everybody tries to copy what we have going on because we have such a high budget that we're able to utilize properly to get really good equipment. Now, we know what you're thinking. There is a thing called military grade. Military grade is usually the lowest bidder. The way that it works is that there's a contracted system where people are able to bid on equipment opportunities. So let's say the Army or military needs a camera for whatever reason. I'm looking at a camera, that's why I say camera. Let's say Sony, Canon, and Nikon all submit a contract, but Nikon comes in at the lowest amount. They're gonna get picked for that contract to mass produce whatever the military needs. Now, is it gonna be the best equipment or the best materials used for that? No, it's not, because it's the lowest bidder that was picked for that opportunity to do it. That's just an example, but the thing is, what you need to understand is that us, and I say us as in the United States compared to the rest of the world, as far as the amount of money that we put through into funding, we have a way higher opportunity for better equipment overall, especially if you go to other countries or you work with other militaries. You will understand what I'm talking about when it comes to equipment opportunities and what type of equipment we have. Muffled giggles. Oh my gosh, look at all the, this is a perfect example of being like, hey, so your injuries are not service connected. Sorry. sucks to suck. Doc, I don't feel so good. But have you tried changing your socks? Maybe some water, maybe some Motrin. This is another one, man. I don't have too much experience with going to the medics about a lot of things. I know that I had a terrible blister. I'll put the picture up on here of when I did a 12-mile ruck march where my feet were sliding around inside my boots. My mistake, legitimately, I didn't change my socks before we stepped off. I should have. And I should have powdered my feet to really make sure that the moisture wouldn't get inside and that my feet weren't sliding around. Completely my fault. I get that. But at the same time, changing your socks, drinking water, and, you know, Motrin aren't always the best thing for you at all times. But the military, for some reason, is like,
you know what? Just drink some water. Even your leg might be broken, but drink some water.
A little slap on the booty. Get back in there. Me, my back is jacked up. X-ray. It's jacked up. Doc, yeah, it's jacked up. The VA. Is it really though? So I don't know if I should talk about this at all. Basically, this is what I'll say about this. You are evaluated, and a lot of it is very black and white, a very specific form that they look at as far as the VA looks at to give you what you fit as a criteria for injuries, if that makes sense. So there's no gray area. It has to be this form is for this, this form is for this, this form is for this. And if you have things that maybe are stemming from that, they have forms for that. It's just a lot more of a process to make that happen. And that's all I'm gonna say about it, is that there's not much gray area that you can work with sometimes. All right, these ones are from Viper as well. The two previous ones were, she asked me to sweep the house. Don't know why she got so angry. Dude, this is something I would do. I'm gonna wait for the opportunity when my wife tells me to do this. I'm gonna get full kitted up and I'll start doing this. And she's gonna look at me like, guarantee it. Guarantee it. Great meme, Viper. The 5 senses are smell, see, hear, taste, and feel. Me, I can smell pictures. Teacher, you can't smell pictures. Me. Accurate, man. This is seriously so true. I will never forget that smell. Same with OC. Getting OC'd, where you get the OC spray. I'll put a picture up as well of what it looked like after I got sprayed. Awful. Absolutely terrible feeling. And the smell that you have, it's hard to pinpoint. It's peppery, but also smells like death. Like, I feel like I might die if I keep inhaling this. This one's from Varello. Varello, thanks for the submission. The face you make when you realize the memes were true and you are the lost lieutenant. So I think this guy is Canadian, just from looking at the rank on the shoulder as well as the uniform. What's hilarious is that there are always lieutenant memes, LT memes, which is a rank in the military. If you don't know, there's a first and second lieutenant. Second lieutenant's the first rank in the officer corps, and then first lieutenant is the second. Now, what's great about this is that there's always jokes about lieutenants getting lost, which they always say you can't spell lost without LT. Now, why that is, to give you some background information, lieutenants typically are not very experienced as far as coming into the military. It's very similar to a private or somebody who doesn't have much job experience, but then they are given an incredibly important and pivotal role to lead and to be a leader and to be in front of an organization. Now they have great NCOs that they work with to help kind of hone them in and get them to be a better officer. But the thing is, you're expecting somebody that may not have the skills to lead a platoon out in the field and land navigation, and they're leading people who maybe have anywhere from, 5 to 15 to 20 years in the military. So it's kind of funny how that works. But if you have a good officer, they will always listen to their NCOs, and if you have good NCOs, they'll listen to the officer and they'll have that good connection where they'll be able to talk to each other and have good communication, good lines of communication open while they're doing that. All right, last meme sent in from Elric. A Native American named Joseph Medicine Crow was fighting in World War II when he completed the 4 tasks required to become a war chief. He touched an enemy without killing him, took an enemy weapon, led a successful war party, and stole 50 horses from a German camp. Motherfucker was doing side quests in real war. I can't believe that. I really need to look this guy up some more and see what he was actually doing, but oh man. Can you imagine? Be like, hey, so we need you to neutralize this objective. Be like, okay, but also at the same time, I have these other obligations I need to do, become a war chief, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, man, but we need you to do this. It's like, I will do that. However, I'm also gonna do this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for submitting your memes into the Discord. I really appreciate it. Keep submitting them. I love the stuff that you're sending in. It's a lot of fun for me to review, and I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video. If you did not, let me know why you didn't. If you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. That way it helps me out incredibly. Have a good one. Take it easy. Stay safe out there. See you all in the next one.